Hi everybody, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. So in this video, we are going to discuss Madeline Soto's mom, Jenn Soto, and how are people feeling about her and this whole situation. I'm going to do a really quick rundown just in case you don't know who Madeline Soto is, but you can also Google it. It's not difficult to find information about her, but I want to give you a jumping off point if you have no idea what I'm talking about. So Madeline Soto is a young girl that turned 13 years old on February 22nd, 2024. Her birthday party was held on February 25th, 2024. And the next day, Monday, February 26th, that afternoon, she was reported missing and hadn't been at school at all that day. I think it is important to note here that her mother was not at her birthday party, and I do not think that's that unusual. I would never miss my child's birthday party, but I don't expect every mother on the planet to be like me. So I really don't think it's that unusual that she didn't attend her birthday party. It is confirmed that Madeline was deceased by 8:19 a.m. that Monday morning by the police. And since then, Madeline's mom's boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, has been charged just a few days ago with Madeline's unaliving. And prior to that, a couple days after Madeline went missing, he was arrested and charged with child pornography involving Madeline and him. So found on his phone, which he said when the police asked if they could check his phone, he said, I accidentally factory reset it. Because that's something easy to do. You just accidentally factory reset your phone. But still, they were able to find the damning evidence. It was his genitals described, because apparently he has weird genitals. And they were described, and also the body parts of a young girl who was identified as Madeline. And yeah, great guy. Great choice, Mom. But yeah, since that, he's had, I think there's 60 plus charges related to child SA and possessing graphic images of this young girl. And it has been confirmed that all images are her, and there are I don't have my notes. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this without my notes because I know my notes annoy people, but it is at least 400 images, because there are 40 counts of possession of CP, which would be 10 images or more. So per count, so that would be at least 400 videos and photos, and it's all been confirmed to be Madeline. So, but that's where we're at. He's been charged with that, and he's been charged with her unaliving, and just this beautiful young girl snuffed out by this filthy pervert. It disgusts me. And I feel like this particular case, even though we see cases like this all the time, we see them all the time, but I feel like one of the reasons this particular case is touching us all so much, and a lot of us are having a very visceral response to it, because I talked to some friends who, when they heard he was charged with the unaliving, it was not satisfaction, because our satisfaction would have been that this never happened to her in the first place. It was more of a relief, you know. But I think the reason a lot of us are having such a strong reaction to it is because, first of all, I hate saying it, but most of us have been ABUSED in this way at some point in our life, me included. Definitely not to that degree, but most of us have been through it. Male, female, it doesn't matter. Or we've known someone that has been through it or has suffered through this. So there's that. And there's that she was 13 years old and, you know, such a young girl, and just I just think it affects so many so much because it just hit at the right time to a lot of different people. Because people think that, oh, social media is everywhere, but it's not. Not everybody knows about it, because like nobody knows about Sebastian Rogers. Like out there in the world, nobody knows about Sebastian Rogers. But here on these YouTube streets, we know. But it seems like everybody I talk to about true crime and stuff who are not like actively on YouTube know about Madeline, because it was just the way the media grabbed a hold of it. So it grabbed a hold of us. Plus, I think this stupid mom just really pissed everybody off, and that's kind of what this video is about. So let's get on to Jenn Soto. So a lot of people are calling for her to be arrested. They want her arrested. They want her in jail. But the thing is, police don't arrest people just because a bunch of people on the internet think they should. That's not how it's done. They don't do that. Police hold a criminal investigation and arrest the responsible parties as they see fit, you know, following the law. They don't care what Sandy in Minnesota thinks, okay? They don't care what Brian 69 in Nevada thinks. They're gonna hold an investigation, and if she needs to be arrested, they'll arrest her. But I don't think that's what people mean when they're like, she needs to be in jail. I think that they expect the law to be followed, because here's one thing: if they don't have all their I's dotted and their T's crossed, or whatever that saying is, and they think she is responsible in some way for this, and they arrest her, but they haven't made sure they had all their ducks in a row, she's gonna walk. And none of you want that, right? If she's responsible, none of you want her to walk. I'm assuming that's the case. But I'm not completely convinced she's criminally negligent here. She could be. There's a lot of red flags. I'm not denying them. And she did lie. But there are reasons why she could have done that. That could have been all orchestrated by Stephen Stearns. They have interviewed her, so it is possible she lied for him, thinking, oh, he's going to be blamed, so we gotta, he didn't do this, so I'm going to help him. But then once she realized he did this, maybe she became more forthcoming with the police, which lying to them can be a crime, but during this investigation, we're probably more concerned about solving it than worrying about being lied to and then the lie being corrected. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying. So they're not just going to arrest her for being stupid, because let's face it, she's a stupid woman. It takes a stupid woman to allow this to happen to a child, your own child, under your roof. And I know people are like, don't speak on things you don't understand. I understand. I understand this. Okay, I was Madeline, okay? So let's get that out of the way right now. We don't know what she knew. We know she was trying probably to protect Stephen way above protecting Madeline. We know what our theories are. Like, she may have known and turned the other cheek because she didn't want to lose a man. I believe it all comes down to she didn't want to lose a man. She had a man in her life, didn't want to lose him. I believe it all comes down to that. Now, the parameters of that, I don't understand. You know, I have ideas, but I can't say for certain which it is. She knew, but just let him do it because at least she got to have a man around. Or she knew and just pretended like she didn't know for whatever reason. Or she suspected it but decided not to look into it further because she was afraid of what she'd find out. Or she knew and she was part of it. She allowed it because we don't know. It's a book, and there's also a movie called Bastard out of Carolina. Jenna Malone is in the movie, Ron Eldard. Pretty big names in that movie, but it's an excellent movie. It is a hard watch, but you should give it a watch sometime if you're interested in true crime and you know, true drama. It's horrific. It's horrific, and it's a hard watch. But and it's very disturbing and upsetting. And in my opinion, I find it more disturbing than Clockwork Orange. And Clockwork Orange finished me. But it probably has something to do with me watching it when I was 11 years old, and I shouldn't have done that. But yeah, Bastard Out of Carolina, this story, I feel, it looks a lot like Bastard Out of Carolina. Mom knew he was doing stuff and didn't do anything about it because she wanted a man in her life. It was more important to have a man in her life than it was for anything else. And I really wonder if any men or boyfriends or whatever came into her life before, if they were doing anything to her, to Madeline. I don't know. So I think the fact that the police haven't said she's in the clear means that they suspect her. You know, she's not a person of interest yet, but they are, the investigation is ongoing. Even after they charge Stephen Stearns, they still say the investigation is ongoing. So, you know, everybody might get their wish and Mom may end up in jail. I don't know that that's going to be the case. So anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say on the matter. I'm going to go. Be kind to each other in the comments. I will block, report, delete, do all that stuff. And that is my policy going forth. If you're rude to any of my commenters, we're just going to get rid of you and pretend like you never existed. So no point in doing that. All right. Well, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to everyone later. Bye.